If you're an ambitious person and have big goals for your life, then this is a message that you need to hear. Your life is too easy, and you're never going to be successful if you don't experience pain and difficulty. People's lives now are way too comfortable. They sit indoors all day, playing video games or watching random TV shows. They're leveling up this in-game character rather than building themselves up and improving their own lives. And because of this, when they experience any kind of difficulty in their life, they crumble. They end up depressed because they haven't built up their character, they haven't built their endurance. They haven't put themselves through challenges that help them to grow. You keep saying that you're going to start the business or go to the gym, but then after 1 or 2 weeks, you just quit. You give up on the business, you stop going to the gym, and you return back to comfort and mediocrity. If you have a weakness in your life right now, you need to face it head on so that you can build yourself up and improve yourself, build up your character. But no one's willing to do this. That's why it's so easy to be successful now, because no one else is willing to put in the work. There's no competition. When you purposefully make your life difficult, you learn how to deal with certain situations, and the next time that happens to you, you know how to deal with it because you've already experienced that before. So rather than crumbling, you can deal with it now. This is one of the things that I really like about David Goggins. He says that if you have a weakness, you should just face it head on and just improve on it, gain experience dealing with it. Because over time, it just becomes easier and you learn to handle it. And making your life difficult also really improves your character. When you meet someone, you can just tell if they've had a difficult life or not. Because they just have a certain energy about them. They're more calm, more composed, more self-assured. Romans 5:3-4 says, "We rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, endurance produces character, and character produces hope." That's the kind of person that you become if you put yourself through struggle and difficulty. If you just start the business, you start going to the gym. See, I did a half marathon recently, and in the final few miles, I was in so much pain and I just wanted to stop. But I knew that if I kept pushing, I would come out stronger and I'd be able to do this again next time, much easier. I grew from that experience and I was able to prove to myself that I could actually do it. Introducing difficult things into your life could be as simple as, rather than taking the elevator, take the stairs. Like back at my old gym, it was on the 3rd floor of this building, and I would always take the stairs rather than the elevator, and I'd force my friends to take the stairs with me. If they took the elevator, I'd just make fun of them and laugh at them the whole gym session. See, rather than choosing the easy option, you're choosing the difficult option. And another example is using a calculator to add up calculations. Instead, use your head to add it up, because otherwise you're going to lose that skill over time of being able to add up numbers in your head. You become weaker over time because you're not training that ability. So here's some ways that I'm introducing difficulty into my life, and maybe you can take something from it. So first of all, I'm joining the Army Reserves. So in the Army, of course, you experience a lot of difficult situations, potentially life-threatening situations. You're really forced to grow, and the people around you are pushing you. They don't tolerate any kind of weakness. If you're afraid to speak up about something out loud, then that affects everyone around you. So you need to improve as a person to ensure the safety of your comrades. I'm also training to be a security guard, working door security. See, I've always struggled with conflict. I'm not very good at arguments or anything like that. So when you're a security guard, of course, you'll be dealing with a lot of conflict. People will yell at you, shout at you, they could pull a knife at you. I've heard some stories about that. But you need to improve that skill of dealing with conflict. And over time, as you're exposed to it more, you become better at it. So I'm just introducing difficult situations into my life so that I can improve these skills and my weaknesses. I also go to the gym 4 days a week, which is a very physically and mentally demanding activity. Physically, because you're pushing your body and you're really straining yourself. And when you're pushing to increase your weight and lift more than last time, it's very difficult. You have to really push your body. Also mentally, you have to be willing to push yourself. You have to be willing to go to the gym even when you don't feel like it. You need to be disciplined. And of course, running, sometimes you don't feel like running certain distances. If I go out to run 10 kilometers and by kilometer 5, I just don't want to continue, you have to keep pushing to get to 10 kilometers, even if you don't want to. And from that, you grow, you become better, and next time it will be easier. So just start thinking of ways that you can make your life more difficult. And not in a self-destructive way, but a way that helps you to grow. Cut out all of the unhealthy distractions like video games, watching television, unhealthy food that you like to indulge in. And instead replace them with difficult habits like working on a business, going to the gym, going for a run, working towards a certain career path that you want to aim for. And as time goes on, as you keep replacing these comfortable habits with these very difficult, disciplined habits, you start to gain more self-respect for yourself. And as a result of that, other people will start respecting you more as well, because you have this certain energy around you. And of course, you'll become more confident, because you know that any situation that you're placed in, you can handle it, because you've handled all of those other situations before that were so much worse. So just keep putting yourself through difficult situations. Let me know in the comments your plan of action and how you plan on making your life difficult. But subscribe if this video helped you. I hope it gave you some valuable insights. But I'll see you next time. Goodbye.